Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of It's All Related. This week, Where's Waldo is in Austin. I am in Austin, Texas for one day, and I am talking to my beautiful daughter, Sonia, in New Orleans. So we're popping around. Hi, Sonia.
I know. It's been so fun. I just got home. That's why we've been on break, because I was in Europe visiting the fam, and we were on late summer vacation.
Yeah, very late and having a good time. And so now we're getting back in the groove, just like going back to school. We're going back to our podcast focus because there's a lot going on. I know a lot's going on with me, a lot's going on in the world, and people are feeling like, what the heck is going on? You know, how do I manage all the intensity of the world and stay in a spiritual flow? So I thought that'd be a fun thing to talk about because I've been flowing intensely myself. How about you?
You mean like riding a rip current, what feels like a tidal wave?
You know, for you as a tidal wave, it felt like me as a jackhammer. I was thinking it's a jackhammer going off in my life and really entrenched patterns and people and things and that I've just been walking back and forth over, like sidewalk under my feet, not looking at. And all of a sudden we got to break this foundation up.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of, we are just, as this gets published, you've just been exiting eclipse season. And it reminds me of when I was a kid, when you had your tarot deck on your reading table. And I remember you would always have us kind of lay out the cards, Sabrina and I, and we wouldn't know. And we kind of just whatever we resonated toward. And my favorite card as a kid, which Pisces intense, was the Tower card. I had no idea why. I even remember I had a necklace, a little gold necklace. Remember? That was like the Tower card.
We found it in a New Mexico gift shop up in Santa Fe.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
engraved.
Which is, as an adult, and now that I know, I'm like, wow, that's an intense card.
Calling it in, wanted to be on the super highway of growth. Yeah. Because if you don't know the Tower card, it's an image of two people being blasted out of a tower by a lightning bolt from the sky. And it really is two people being liberated from a prison by a lightning bolt from heaven. So the tower is the prison of your own ideas and beliefs. Yeah. So yours is experiencing the tower as a lightning bolt. Mine is as an earthquake.
But the other thing I was going to say about the towers, I've studied this, is the reason why it's such a transformational and misunderstood card is that the tower itself was built out of sandstone. So it didn't have a solid foundation. So that's why in the liberation and the explosion of it, what it's really inviting us to do with the jackhammer or whatever, the tidal wave or
the earthquake.
Are we having fun yet?
In fact, our whole podcast could be
to really build something like solid. Because even no matter how spiritual you are, it's interesting because I find that there are things that are in alignment and out of alignment. And it's just those places, that illumination of like, is this really working? Am I comfortable? And if not, your higher self will give you the boot, whether you're conscious or not.
Now, more than ever, your higher self's been sitting around kind of like, let's get on with it, people. But all of a sudden, since September is like an eclipse portal and a blood moon. I mean, even that name is intense. And now we have a Uranus transit, which is the lightning bolt. And the whole thing is just like, what do we need to do to recognize or to realize there are certain things we need to change? I mean, I came to realize certain things that I thought were kind of good and spiritual about me were actually not.
Like what?
Overgiving. Being overly generous. Because the truth is, I'm naturally very generous. And
you're Santa Claus. Always happen.
And I don't mind giving things. I don't. But there's a fine line when it goes give. Oh my God. You're taking, and I don't know how to stop. And it's been a conscious, I've been aware of it for a good part of my life. But now all of a sudden, I realize I can't tell myself any longer that it's always I'm such a good person to be such a good giver, when in fact, it's just me not really wanting to say, hey, hands off. Back off. Excuse me. Hands off. You are under arrest. You are under arrest for taking what is not yours. Back away, Bubba. That part of me is all of a sudden really on board.
I get it. I think for me, of what I also, in my own spiritual growth, of what I for myself is just thought of as good, is being kind or accommodating to my own fault. Because I usually can go with the flow. I really am. I'm like, all right, cool. So I really had this awareness, and it sounds terrible, but okay, we're flying to Greece. My boyfriend had work in New York, flew first. I went to Greece before me. And I had a few days before I was going to go. Now, I bought my ticket months ago, and I fly United. We love United, shout out. But I have my credit card, so I upgrade with miles. All right. So I had upgraded I bought my ticket. I upgraded. I got my nice seat months ago. Confirmed. I'm pumped. At beginning, Lane was like, I'm not, I don't know if I'm going to come. Okay. He decides he's coming. Dates have changed. He's going to be there a week before. So in my mind, I'm like, and he's like, you don't have to come. You're good. I'm fine. I have work to do, blah, blah, blah. But all of a sudden, I had my own well, he's there for a week. I should go earlier. Then I can have some time. But really underneath it all was being too accommodating. So I changed my flight and my upgrade. My beautiful upgrade that I spent my miles on, that I had was so looking forward to, gone. And it's so silly. It's so silly because getting on a plane and traveling anywhere is a privilege. But I just had this moment when I was waiting that morning to check into my flight. I was pins and needles. Am I going to get this upgrade? I had it. Didn't. And it just was this big smack in the face of, Sonia, it's not even being spiritual. It's a way of betraying myself.
Right.
By not wanting to, I'm not saying not even rock the boat, but not wanting to just stand in my own energy and power of this is what works for me. This is what doesn't.
Self-interested. Yeah. Just have fun. I will be there when I will be there.
Yeah. And he didn't care. He didn't care.
I know. So you got demoted to a lesser seat, and you had to sit in that the whole way. That's kind of what's happening, is wherever we've been abandoning ourselves or shape shifting and telling ourselves it's a good thing when it isn't a good thing. For me, the consequences are getting really exaggerated. For example, I have a client that I have known for years and would bend over backward to accommodate. But each time I did it, it went a little bit less, thank you, I appreciate it too. One time I got the comment, I'm so glad I have you on standby for me.
Oh.
And it just was a big yuckadoo. But
the yuckadoo.
And I didn't at the time speak up because, quote unquote, we had been friends. We were friendly. I was, we had a long backstory, but it stuck with me. It stuck with me. And then the next time it came around, this person referred to me as my girl. Again, oh my God.
I mean, when you a grown ass woman.
And the one counseling you, I'm not your quote unquote girl on standby. And I just said, out of the blue, I I'm not going to ever work with you again forever. Goodbye. Go away. It was like, nice, 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 nice. Go away forever. I'm done. But I realized, and he said, where's this coming from? This is so unlike you. And I thought, actually, this is what I've been sitting on for a long time. And I had not communicated. And now it was spiraling out of me like a slinky. You know how those slinkies just go spiraling out? I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was glad. I didn't regret it. Didn't feel like, oh, I didn't mean it. It was like, nope, I meant it. I didn't know I felt that way. But now that I've said it, I do feel that way. And we're done. Adios. Ciao, baby.
Well, what's so funny, and I love bye.
Bye-bye.
As we would say in our family, buen camino. See you on the other side.
Right. Buen camino.
That's our family code for like when you're done. You're done.
It's like the end. It's the endship. Our friendship is endship now.
But I was thinking about how, and I did a YouTube video of this the other day because I was talking to my own client about how when we start to really undergrow our growth, we raise our vibration. And so all of a sudden, when we're in relationships or configurations or things that are no longer a match, what at the time felt like it was in key now energetically feels discordant. And for our for my conscious mind, sometimes it's like, wait a minute, hold on. What's going on? When in reality, it's like, you've just up leveled. I had a client who just had a whole come to Jesus with her best friend. You know, she had a bachelorette party, all these things. They've been besties forever and ever and ever. And did all the things and left the bachelorette party sobbing and was like, how? And like, what is happening? And I'm like, you've grown. She hasn't. And you outgrew her. And your vibration, it just doesn't feel good anymore.
Well, that's such a good point because we end up trying, even I in that moment felt for just a brief moment trying to explain it, but it's not an explain logic thing. Just like you say, it is, I took the elevator to a different frequency. And it is really uncomfortable to try to stay connected to you when I'm on a different frequency.
Yeah.
We're in two energetic spaces. And I
sure. Yeah.
Just I felt the stretch with this particular person. Honestly, if I'm going to be really honest, for at least a year, at least. Yeah. But I'm a good sport. We're friends,
Well, it's hard because I feel like our path goes through the history and the story and the romance and all of it and the and I feel like a lot of times we can confuse wanting to be loyal or our brains can go really black or white.
Sentimental. It's like we have because that's what was sort of like, what's this about? We have all this history and it's like, yeah. And if I'm really honest, the last little bit of this history kind of stunk. For me, I forgot to tell you. I failed to mention
check in. Yeah,
I failed to mention that I'm really loathing this connection. So, I had another person I was really excited about knowing for a little while, and all of a sudden, I feel like I'm playing dodgeball because I don't want to connect. And we've had no conversation, no interaction that would externally indicate or give me a reason for not connecting. It's purely energetic. It's like I can't find you. I can't find you and I'm tired of looking. Yeah. Because I'm now really digging deep. I'm really digging into the lower body. Yeah, I'm excavating here to find a common ground. And so I have been just kind of loosey-goosey about it because I don't want to say, look, I've lost interest while you were off living your life. I've lost interest, but I have lost interest in a lot of things lately and become very interested in new things. And I'm not flaky. This is just like you said, the elevator. I took the elevator to a different frequency and I didn't know I was on the elevator.
Right. Okay.
I didn't know I was on the super shuttle.
Right. Because it is. It's like sometimes what I find with growth, with healing, with doing spiritual work, with intuitive work, it's kind of like you were saying, almost like a spring. It's like you load, load, and then all of a
And then
sudden
whoopsie.
yeah. And then there's almost a part where it's like your mind and body has to catch up. You're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Your body knows. Your body already knows. But it's like
Right.
your mind has
It's your
to
mind
catch
and
up.
your emotions have
Yes.
to catch up.
Right.
Because I was thinking my sentimental self was really not having a lot of fun with all this sudden rupture of relationship. It's like, well, what are you doing? These are nice people. And then my snarky barking dog comes in. They go, she said, really? They're really nice people. Are you sure about that? Are they
Well, that's what Fifi ain't wrong.
Is that, or are they just saying nice things to get you to do stuff for them? And see, that was, she snuffed it out because I thought, what is this? And I thought, these are people who are being super nice to me superficially to get me to do stuff for them, which I had been even 6 months ago willing to do. But I'm not I got other more important things to do.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
No,
I didn't know that. I got all these divine memos that there are more important things to do. So they've been kind of demoted.
Fired.
Sorry. Fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We love that.
It is. Well, the thing, oh my gosh, we were laughing because, honestly, the Tully Choquettes have really been in a big period of forgiveness, healing, clearing. There's been some clearing too of where just being honest.
And healing and honest. And we could literally levitate. We've all been so devoted to evolving to a higher octave. And now all of a sudden I'm like, I need a break from all this evolution. Just bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right. No, sometimes it doesn't have to be, but we were laughing. We were laughing so hard the other night. My mom and I, we were on the phone. We were talking. Yeah. We were just kikiing, we were going through, and then all of a sudden the joy guides came in, and we were saying, sometimes people think of, because here's the thing, when you're an intuitive, sensitive person, and then you say, no, I'm done with this, people will say, you're too much. You're too sensitive. It's too much.
You're overreacting. You're too much. So we came up with a t-shirt.
Yeah. We were laughing that it's like, I am too much.
We're going to get a big blazing t-shirt. I am too much, because it's the truth. For you, I am too much. I love it.
Are you ready to experience a glorious life? One in which your intuition guides you in every single decision that comes your way, and you feel the constant support and assistance of your spirit guides and your angels watching your back, opening doors, pointing you in the right direction, and keeping you out of harm's way? And how about a life where you actually succeed in creating the life you want? Well, that is all possible if you sign up for my brand new first time ever masterclass, Your Glorious Life, a 6-week life-changing transformational journey teaching you how to trust your vibes, how to listen to your guides, how to connect and make sure you create what you really want. Sign up now. The class begins October 20th, and I don't want you to miss out. The link is in the notes below.
Well, here's what I'm recognizing that I think is where my barking dog, around my being accommodating to a point, but actually to bring in diva energy. Because you know what? Because honestly, in our family constellation, who is the diva? Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina. She is the diva. She has been occupying that. She's got to share that spot.
No, she'd happily. She has tons of space. She's not what's the word? She's not diva in the stage, but she is diva energy in terms of what the bar is. And really, it's like all ships rise with the tide. And in being the diva energy, what you're really just saying is like, this is my standard of excellence that I have that actually helps to bring and uplift everybody to the same octave.
She's been the diva and I've been the plow. I've got to stop being the plow.
Who wants to be the plow?
I just always have been like, I'm in the trenches pulling everybody up, and I think I'd like to go diva. I'd like to go diva.
Well, isn't that just such the ego story? It's not just like such the ego story. I mean, mine is my ego story, the story of, my Pete's or I'm here and I have to accommodate. And it's just like, No, you don't.
Bored. That is a bit of it. I woke up the other day kind of bored of this Saint Sonia
It is.
overgiver.
It is.
It's like I want to be a little bit of the biatch. I want to
The
give
diva.
I want to give Fifi a little bit more space. Not a lot, but I want to be a goddess diva. I want to be an empress diva. I don't want to be I don't want to be a ditchy diva. I don't want to be a ditchy diva at all.
Well, you're ditching the people who aren't on the vibe, who aren't on the train.
Yes, I am a ditchy diva. And I am too much.
I am too much. We're embodying. What I love about that of being a ditchy
diva,
because when your ego though, it's not bad. If your pat is trained to trust your spirit, it says like this is what works and that's what doesn't.
Sniffing it out, man. Bad. This is like opportunists. Opportunists will come prey on the empaths and the intuitives and say, "What do you got for me?"
Right.
And they're not bringing anything to the banquet. They're just going to come and slip in in a free chair there.
Right. You gotta look. If you come into the buffet, you better bring a dish because I'm not going in the back and making you eggs. Make do, or buen camino.
Buen camino, because I'm a ditchy diva. And I'm way too much.
Oh my gosh!
So
I'm like, I know I'm
you're under arrest.
Oh my gosh! I am imagining like embodying who I think of like the divas of the divas that share. Like a Celine Dion, like a Madonna, a Mariah Carey, an Aretha Franklin, there's a Beyonce, and it's like we can even if that's something that you struggle with, just sometimes you play a character, instead of going into like the story.
Make it up.
Gosh, just like because I know the head, right? It's like all right, and get her a new cute outfit.
That outfit helps.
Oh my god, the outfit
helps.
So much. And I was in Paris visiting mom, and it was so fun. But I love to go to this market called the Marché des Puces. It's like a giant vintage market, and I'm walking around with Lane, and we're tooting around, and then all of a sudden, I found this incredible shout out elephant. I believe it's called Elephant on Instagram. And I'm looking around, there's like one thing, and then there's nothing. And the next thing I know, she is handing me pink trousers and a jacket and a hat. And I am putting it on. And Pete was like, no, honey, you can't. You can't spend the money. And then my spirit was like, you got to channel. I feel like Nana came in. Sonia came in.
You're dressing the Holy Spirit. Seize the moment.
Dress it well.
You came on home with the coolest pink pantsuit because the jacket was like a duster jacket. It wasn't like a waist jacket. It was pink pants, duster jacket, and a pink hat. Yeah, and so cool and fit you. It fit you.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I felt it. And it's so funny.
You have to put a picture of that on your Instagram. I got to see it. In front of the Arc de Triomphe. That was so you.
That's so fun.
That's the real you.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
That's your diva.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I have to also tell you. So my diva. All right. So I leave France. I go to London. I have a great time. And then one of my best friends, Sophie, had a birthday last weekend. And I talked to my other bestie. We're talking about resonant people versus not. Like, these are my besties who are like so my people. They're like music. Every time I spend time with them, it just fills up my cup to the nth degree. They're my gals. And, I had been traveling. My friend Sky, she reached out. She was like, Sonia, we're going to have this birthday party. You should come. Now, I go to London. And I'm like, I can't come. Then that night, the night before I'm supposed to leave, I think, you know what? Let's do it. Let's use our miles. Let's go. So I had a flight to Chicago. I fly into Chicago. I'm supposed to have a flight to Aspen that evening where my friends live. And as soon as I touched down in Chicago, I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I got to go home. Pete was like, you got to go home. It was too much. Been out on the road doing a walkabout. Let's go home. So I booked my flight home to New Orleans. I called Lane the night before. He had packed all of our stuff. He's going to come meet me. As soon as I land in Chicago, I say, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to be good. We're going home. Unpack everything. I book a miles ticket to go home. I have to fly back through Washington. So I have to backtrack to New Orleans. And while I'm on my layover in Washington, I call Sky to give her the news. Hey, it's too much. I can't. And as soon as I got on the phone with her, my spirit, my whole self just said, go. Just go. Go for one night. So I did.
I was shocked.
I pivoted. It was all very quick. It was
you know what?
So quick.
That is living intuitively.
Oh, really?
I applaud you. I didn't know where you were, but I was applauding you somewhere because I knew wherever you were.
You knew where I were on the astral plane.
I could feel you on the astral plane that it was okay. I was like, what happened to her? Because you disappeared off the 3D map.
I did disappear off the 3D map. So I was indecisive. Honestly, my Pat was like, go home, be good. As soon as I talked to Sky, I was like, I gotta go. And went to surprise her, and genuinely, I was there for, 24 hours, but it was a good reminder to say yes to things that fill my cup, fill my heart, and feed my spirit. Because my Pat can be very, or like responsible. Like I have to miss out on the fun, or miss out on the things, miss out on moments. And especially at this point in our life, we live all over the world. We live all over the world. There are not many times where we get to gather together. So why not say yes?
Well, I think this is what I was talking about, where, maybe that's the good tool of the week, is that right now the universe is telling us all to pivot.
Yeah.
If it comes up, say yes, pivot, even if it is wildly different. Even if it means your plans are pulled the plug completely out. I was on my way to marry you, but now I'm in Kilimanjaro. I don't know. The spirit said go.
Well, it's true. I remember I have a client who married her high school sweetheart. And just, and it was funny because they had kids, they got divorced. And she said, I knew that it was not right, but I went through with it because I felt like I had to.
Yeah.
And, your body, your spirit, your intuition does not lie. It will tell you. But do we have the courage to follow it?
You know what? I do say in our family, we have had that courage. My sister Cookie was going to get married when I was in 8th grade. And I remember she changed her mind the night before. And we all stood we were all in our wedding dresses that my mom had sewn, sending everybody home. Sorry. And for us, it was fun. Noelle and I were 10 and 11. No party, but we get to eat the cake. Want some of the cake? Want some of the, but there was no negative consequence.
No.
To say this isn't right. It's okay to do that pivot thing.
Right.
To just say, you know what, if you're, and right now the vibes on the planet are really turned up to say, we're talking to you. Yeah. Follow.
And with that, I know even right now, I just downloaded this app called 1 Second, which I actually am just really loving, because what it makes me do before I open any social media, you can pick any apps you want. It has you take 3 deep breaths, and then it says, do you really want to open this? Do you really want to open the news? Do you really want to open Instagram? Do you really want to open TikTok? And I downloaded it this morning, so I'm literally brand new. But wow, I have loved being mindful in that way of let me just take a second.
Instead of being on autopilot.
Right.
So that I think is there's two. There's pivot and pause. Or pause, then pivot. or whichever comes first. Whichever comes first. But if you're getting a strong vibe, say yes. So it's pivot, pause, then say yes.
Say yes.
Is everybody taking notes? This is getting along here.
Pivot, pause, say yes, say buen camino, do the thing, have the
buen
tap
camino,
dance.
and you're under arrest because I'm a ditchy beaver.
Oh my God.
Got it.
Oh my gosh.
Got
But you
it.
know what also has been super fun? And which has been actually really, really, really fun because I've been traveling. So Mom's Launch Circle. We are our community, which includes every month. My mom teaches a live class. Sabrina teaches a live class.
And
I teach a live
you
class, which I did today, which was so fun. But it was so fun because you launched your first one. I was in the other room. I got to make the appearance on
That's
yours.
right. Then you were with Sabrina. You're like, I'm back. I'm back. Hello again. And then finally you show up to your own. I told you I'm coming. That is fun. The new circle is fun that we have those touch points of interaction all month. And it's going to be really I think it just gives people a chance to connect for real. So you have the app. Do you really want to open that? You have to say yes to our Good Vibes tribe, because that one is it's a solid yes.
Oh, yeah. It was so fun. Today in my class, we were talking about joy, creativity, and intuition, and we were talking about play. And one of the things that we had that was so fun is so many people, we were talking about, I was saying, what was your favorite songs to sing and dance to? That came this big playlist. There was one of the beautiful people in our circle was saying that she wanted to put together all of the different tribe members doing a song. I think it was George Michael. It was like a song about angels. And I'm like, great. Everybody if anybody wants to participate, let's all sing a line or two. And then we can compile it into a big fun video / also for my thing with play. I was like, let's get people and have an accountability buddy for a play date. That's so fun.
Good idea. This is to bring up the vibe. If you really want to raise your vibe, just have some fun.
I know.
Everybody's like, what do I do to need to raise my vibe? Have some fun. Sing, dance, laugh, be a ditchy beaver. I really like that.
With your crew.
I'm gonna get that on. I am gonna get that on a T-shirt with my "Yes, I am too much" because I'm a ditchy beaver. That's gonna be my T-shirt.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, I'm so thrilled. I know you got a big podcast tomorrow yourself. That's why you're in Austin.
But I can't say anything about it because it's a secret.
Okay, well, sorry.
I'm the
sorry,
first. I'm a ditchy beaver. I will say something when it's time, but it's a new podcast. So they told me not to say anything too soon. So it's a mystery.
Hold on, everybody. We'll beam here right now. I'm going to beam you right now. I wonder if you could pick up on a word or a vibe from our audience. Can you pick up on the...
Scramble, 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 scramble.
Oh, well, how wonderful.
We have the tool of the week, which is pivot, pause, and
pose. Because you're a diva.
Because you're a diva. Pivot, but the 3 P's.
Pivot, pause, pose, and say yes. And yes.
And say yes. Okay. And pose. I was thinking, it would be a really fun song for everybody to do a line from. Is MacArthur's Park.
Oh my God, that's what I said was our song.
Did you? That was our song. Someone
my God.
left the cake out in the rain.
I hope that what was it? That you don't
I don't think I can take it.
Because it took so long to make it.
And I'll never have that recipe again. Oh, no. Sorry, everybody. I'm sure you're ready to unplug from the podcast.
You're welcome. For the entertainment from the ditchy Bebas. We're really famous on Saturn.
We're we're just on a galactic tour.
We are. Hello. The portal is open.
All right. So do we have any questions?
Well, before that, I'm like, you got anything coming? You got anything circle? Anything else coming up?
Well, I do want to give a big shout out to the Circle because it is our community and it's a fun place to belong. I'm teaching classes with everybody, going through Heart's Desire this month. We've got family interactions on Zoom. We have, and if you are being challenged, we have a prayer circle, we have business tips, and and then we have the Vibe Lounge. That's a really good place too. Everyone can hang out. So please check it out. You know, like little Sophie says, check it out, Nana. Let's check it out. So everybody come and check it out. What about you? What have you got going on?
I'm going to be teaching workshops this fall, but really, if I have some spaces for mentoring opening up. So, if you want to end the year with clarity, with support, with really not only your intuition, your guides, your angels, but just to really welcome in 2026 with joy, play, connectivity, creativity to help you create a life that you really love. Book a discovery call with me. I would love to connect with you and see if working together is a good fit. And as always, readings, book a reading with me.
Oh, and I have one more thing to say. My brand new Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck is out.
Oh my God, gorge.
All those are in the show notes, right? You're going to find all those notes below. So book a discovery call, book a reading with Sonia. She's really good, and it'll set the tone.
Yeah.
If you're having a surge, she'll help you enjoy it. And if you're stuck in the purge, she'll get you to surge.
Oh, I love that. Amen, sister. Thank you. Joy, guys. That came in hot. Hot. I love it. Well, I can't wait to connect with you. And now we have our question of the week. If you want to write us, you can write us at itsrelated.podcastquestions@gmail.com. We love to hear from you. And this week we have a question from our listener, Cindy. Cindy says, I've been practicing manifestation for a while. Affirmations, visualizations, gratitude. I'm putting in the effort, being consistent, and focusing on what I want. But instead of attracting, I keep getting the exact opposite. It's really confusing. And what am I doing wrong? Am I unintentionally blocking myself?
It's possible, or you might just be tested. You might be just attracting the things you've been used to just to be sure that you really are committed to what you want. Because my teachers used to say, we cannot reach out for something greater until we let go of what's in the hand. So if you're attracting the opposite, is that something that's been consistent in your life, what you're used to? Disappointment, wrong people, shooting for the stars, or do you have a secret belief you're not worth the goals you're trying to create? So I think you should write down all your secret fears on pieces of paper, and either in a fireplace or someplace safe, I would burn it. And I would say to your subconscious mind, I no longer need these disappointments to remind me that I don't deserve what I want. I'm done with that story of me. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to learn to be a receiver and a manifester of true success.
I love that. I love that. And, I say that often with manifesting, which I feel like is just being creative. I feel like it's where it gets overused too. It's like first, the way that we really start to create manifest is by being in a good vibe.
Yes.
It's like when we feel good, that's when things start to flow, where I'm like talking about play. But also, is what you're trying to create also centered in yourself, or is it secret control? Sometimes I feel like we can get into try hard. We put things outside of ourselves. It's like, if I just X, Y, or Z, instead of checking our own vibration, where do we say buen camino? Where do we need to lay the foundation? Where do we need to be in integrity? And, what is in our control? And
be a little patient too. Some of the things I've created have taken years to show up.
Yeah.
But they show up.
Yeah.
They all show up. Everything shows up.
Pay attention.
Right.
Sometimes also, I mean, thank God there are things that I'm so grateful that I did not manifest it. I'm like looking at some of my ex-boyfriends. I was like, I want to get married. Lord, thank my angels and my gods that I diverted that chicken time bomb, because it wasn't something that I truly wanted. It was just something that I thought I wanted.
And then I was with somebody who said she really wanted to have company and she wanted to date and she wanted to partner and she was so lonely. And I was visiting and I saw like an endless stream of people coming in and out and connecting and being around her. It's like, well, wait a minute. You are surrounded by people and who want to have fun with you and companionships. You got to come out of your head.
Right?
Maybe you are manifesting something right in front of you, but you're preoccupied with your perceptions are missing it. So we're giving you a lot of different options, but I would say burn your fears, tell yourself you're not going to be subconsciously, because I don't think you're consciously sabotaging yourself.
No.
That's why the ritual is the subconscious release. You know, where I'm burning down the limitations and I'm actually not afraid to receive something good.
I love that. I love that. Well, amen. I feel like good luck. We are cheering you on. Happy creating. You got this, babe. A trillion
and don't
percent.
Decide it's not happening. You're going to be surprised.
Patience. Well, it's such a treat to connect with you. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. And again, if write us a question, just give us a topic, even in circle. Check out my mom's new deck. And,
and we're going to be on YouTube now. So if you're listening to us on YouTube, put your question in the comment.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're brand new, brand spanking new. Can't wait.
We forgot. So yeah, we'll be on YouTube. And if you're listening to us streaming on YouTube, then if you have a question about anything, just leave in the comments. We'll be checking that and we will be addressing that.
We cannot wait. And if you like our podcast, don't forget to subscribe or leave us a review. It helps us so much. I love you, Mom.
5 stars. 5 stars.
I love you, Mom.
And tell
I
a
love
friend.
you, my ditchy Viva.
I'm a ditchy beaver.
Me too.
And I am too much.
Let's strut.
Ditchy beaver. So we have to write a song about that now. Okay.
I'll play the kazoo. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Bye.